One of the questions I get a lot from people who come to our tech programs at the library is how to change the notifications on your phone. And that is a little different for each phone, definitely different for iPhones than Android phones. And I have an Android phone, I have a Google Pixel. So what I'm going to show you today is based on my phone, and it might look a little different on various types of Android phones, but at least it'll give you an idea of some of the things to look for on your phone, some of the options you have under settings to change your notifications, your do not disturb times, and just little like alarms that might go off, how you might change some of those. So I'm going to show you today on my phone, and I might provide a link or two to how you might find that if you use an iPhone, or just some general information on changing notifications. So let's get started. So under your settings, you'll find sound. And under sound, there's a section for do not disturb. Now this could vary depending on which version of Android you have, but the setting should be somewhere under sound, under do not disturb. And you can set up schedules at times of the day when you don't want to be disturbed. So under my do not disturb, I currently have 3 schedules enabled. I have my church schedule, my weekend, my weeknight. This just allows me to not have to think about when I want my phone not to disturb me. So on Sunday mornings, I have a time set between 9:45 and 11:45. You might have that for breakfast out with your friends and you don't want to be disturbed. And basically, I've set this up so that it's the same time every week on Sunday morning. And I've even set it so that an alarm can't override it. Let's say I have an alarm set for something. I don't want this to go off at all while I'm in the church. So I set it so that the only thing that could possibly perhaps override this might be an Amber Alert, in which case you won't be the only person in the room whose phone is going off. So you don't have to worry about that. You can't even change that. And I have a schedule for weekends and weeknights so that I'm not disturbed until early in the morning, and that's a little later perhaps on the weekend than it is on a weekday. But here I can add another one just for fun. So I'm not going to add an event, because an event would be something it would go to find on my calendar. I don't want to do it that way. I just want to do it by time. So let's say I have a book club that I go to, and I don't go every day, but I'm going to go on, whoops, don't use my schedule. My book club, let's say, meets on Tuesdays, and it meets at 2 p.m., but I might want to give it a little more time, so I'm actually going to make it 1:45 p.m., and its end time is going to be, let's say, 2:30, just to give it lots of time. And so I know on Tuesdays, I won't be disturbed by my phone or any notifications during that time. And I'm not going to let an alarm override that either. So that's all I have to do. I'm done. I have a new book club schedule, and I won't be disturbed on Tuesday afternoons from 1:45 to 2:30. So one of the best ways to change your notifications on your phone is to go under the settings and look for ways that you can change the notifications for each individual app. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The Do Not Disturb is great for when you just don't want any notifications and you want your phone to be silent. But most of the time, you'd like to get some notifications from your various apps, but you might want to change the way you get them. So I'm going to go through 1 or 2 ways that you can change those in your settings. When you go into your settings and you want to change your notifications for an app, you'll go into apps and notifications, at least on this Android device. So we're going to go into apps and notifications, and you can see some recently opened apps. I can see that I have 133 apps, and I can change my notifications individually for each of those apps. Now, a lot of those don't send notifications anyway, so I'm not too concerned. But there's some popular ones that you will likely want to get notifications, or normally you will get notifications from them. So I'm going to take a look through a few of them. I mean, your email is probably a popular one. Facebook likes to send a lot of notifications, so you might want to go in and change the settings on some of those. On Facebook, for instance, it's telling me that I'm getting around 7 notifications a day, which is kind of a lot. Maybe I don't mind those on my screen, but maybe I don't want it to ding each time I get a notification. So not only can I say whether or not I get a notification by just changing it to none or all, but I could also go into each one and say, well, I actually kind of mostly want to get notifications, but I might not want to get certain types of notifications. So maybe I don't want to get a ding from these groups I belong to. So I might want to get the notification on my screen, but I want it to be silent. So I can change it to silent so I don't have to have it ding each time. So I can change all of those individually. Now, a lot of people don't want to bother to change. They just do it all or nothing, in which case, yes, you can just change that right there at the top. But everybody has their preferences, and you might want to look through your most popular apps about how you'd like to get your notifications, either on the screen silently or with a little ding of some type.
I hope this helps you set up the notifications on your phone the way that you like them, and to maybe set up some do not disturb schedules so that you can be out and about with peace of mind and know that your phone won't be interrupting you when you want it to be silent. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'd love to give you a hand on and using your devices, especially when it comes to using them with library apps. But do reach out to us at libraryinfo@peterborough.ca, or give us a phone call and we'll reach out back to you and give you some one-on-one help. Have a great day.